You guys ever find yourself getting into situations with your friends that are just dumb? And sometimes it'll make you wonder, like, what was the thought process or lack of that went into our heads that led us to arrive at the current situation? And I have a lot of these little stories. I swear I could write an entire book on this. And a lot of the times it has to do with just little things that aren't even that serious or important, but it still makes you think like, okay, the IQ levels were not very high today, like down in this region down here. As an example, one day back in high school, we're all at lunch, standing and eating in a circle, and somebody drops a ketchup packet off their lunch tray, and it falls to the ground in the middle of everybody, and before anyone picks it up, this one guy goes, wait, I'm gonna jump on it. Because what else are you gonna do with a ketchup packet that just landed on the ground, right? Pick it up and use it like normal? You must be crazy, come on now. And as if jumping on it like normal isn't enough, the dude's like, wait, hold on. I'm gonna fold it in half so it's more compressed and then jump on it. And at this point, nobody is really objecting to this genius plan he's laid out. I guess because we're all kind of expecting him to give us a warning before he jumps on a folded up ketchup packet with 8 people standing right next to it. I personally thought that he was gonna get a running start and then jump, but I'm just chilling right next to the packet, as is everybody else. But then this dude jumped so fast, acted like the Flash, Barry Allen looking at, but he jumped so fast, nobody really had time to react and move out of the way. And by the time he's already in midair is when everybody realizes, like, wait, I gotta move. Like, why did we even let him do this, or at least try to stop him earlier? So now it's panic mode. There was really like a solid 2 seconds of complete chaos while everybody was scrambling to get away from the ketchup packet. Like, you think I want ketchup all over me? Nope. But mostly everyone was able to get out of the way, you know, get to a safe distance. And this dude landed directly on the packet. And the funny thing is, the entirety of the packet got emptied all on this one kid that couldn't move out of the way in time. To make it even worse, he was wearing a white shirt and khaki pants, so you already know his entire outfit was ruined, just gone. The aftermath was not good either. It looked like there were about 4,100 tiny little red dots all over his pants and shirt. The dude is all pissed off because I don't care how long you stand by the bathroom sink, you are not washing out hundreds of tiny ketchup speckles out of light colored clothing. I'm looking at him like, if you want any chance of salvaging those clothes, you better go find some OxyClean or something. And things like this would happen, right? And you would think it would cause everyone to just chill out doing anything stupid that involved food. Like, the amount of food that hit me sitting at that table was actually unbelievable. I once got a face full of yogurt because the person next to me had a spoon of yogurt they were about to eat, and then the person next to them decided to slap the out of their spoon. I'm like, really, bro? Did you even think of the repercussions that would come from you slapping his yogurt? And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I considered all the repercussions. I just thought it'd be funny. I'm just glad something like this never really happened to me. At least your face, you can just wipe it off. This, not so much. Alright, another time. So in high school, I played golf, right? And if I see one person in the comments talking about golf isn't a real sport, I might have to throw hands, bro. No, I'm just kidding. Talk your trash about golf. I don't care. But we were at practice one day hitting on the driving range, and our coach is like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Just keep practicing while I'm gone. So he leaves for the bathroom, and we continue hitting balls. And then at one point, my teammate Jordan is like, I have an idea. And he pulls out his driver and he goes, somebody toss me a ball. I'm gonna try to hit a golf ball out of midair. And I'm thinking, what type of golf-baseball hybrid are we trying to do here? It just sounded like a bad idea. Because I've seen videos of people shanking golf balls and they'll like fly off to the side in all types of directions. And that's just with the ball stationary, not even moving through midair as you're trying to hit it. So everybody is looking at him like, I'm not doing that. But then one of our other teammates is like, you know what, fine, I'll toss you one. So he sets up and tosses him a golf ball, but Jordan swings and misses. The guy that threw it realizes it's not that great of an idea and he's like, I'm done, like just that one. I'm not throwing you a second one. But Jordan stays persistent. He's like, somebody else throw me one. Like, what's the worst that could happen? So I'm like, all right, I'll toss you one. And this dude was easily the furthest hitter on our team. Like, he would absolutely crush the ball like 8,000 yards every time. Imagine if he shanked the golf ball off the edge of his club and sent it in who knows what direction. I'm not gonna lie, this was actually a horrible idea, but me and my 4 functioning brain cells that day weren't really thinking about that. So I set up across from him to throw him a golf ball, and luckily nothing went wrong, at least in terms of personal injury. And to his credit, he did kind of hit the ball, but when his club made contact with the ball, he hit right where the head connected to the shaft, and this dude swung with such force that the head and the shaft just completely snapped off from each other. So I just hear a cracking sound and then see the head of the club snap off and fly like 100 yards, a full football field down the driving range. I'm pretty sure the club head flew further than the actual ball. Bruh. And golf clubs are not cheap, right? Well, unless you were like me and bought like a $15 set that was manufactured 35 years ago and has dents and rust and marks all over them. I remember kids from other schools would come up to me at matches and be like, "Oh, what brand is that? I've never heard of it before, and why are there so many scratches and dents all over them?" I'd be like, yeah, that's because they're really old and they were made a long time ago. They were actually made in the Stone Age, and the caveman actually just used to bang them against the walls, and now they just look like this." But anyways, he's standing there now in disbelief because his at least $250 club just got destroyed in an instant. The head is doing barrel rolls down the driving range. He's standing there holding, well, just a stick now. Keep in mind, our coach is in the bathroom during all of this, probably sitting on the toilet, thinking about how dedicated his players are, how all our hard work will pay off and help us go on to win the state championship. Now, he definitely can't walk out and go grab his club head, because there's golf balls flying everywhere from people that are, actually practicing and actually using their clubs the way they were intended. A couple minutes later, the coach comes out, and he can tell something is up. He's not really sure. We're all acting kind of weird. He never noticed the giant driver head just chilling in the driving range, though. I was just waiting for him to say, "Okay, everybody pull out your drivers. That's what we'll be practicing with today." Yeah, about that. Other times, I'll be hanging out with a group of friends and someone will suggest something and I can already foresee some clown stuff happening. Like anytime it's after 10 p.m. and someone comes out with the "let's go to Target" or "go walk around in Walmart," that's when you know right then and there shenanigans are about to commence. You know it's bad when you're all sitting around and the best you can come up with for entertainment is walking around a Walmart or whatever store. Around the time that I was like a junior, senior in high school, that was the point in my life that nighttime Walmart and Target runs spiked, and it would be some good times, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it just seemed like for whatever reason it would just trigger people's inner crackhead. Ideally, you want to keep it low key, like avoid getting kicked out. But this one night, it might have just been the vibes of the particular night, I don't know, but everybody involved was just on one that night, like no chill right from the start. Right when we walked through the doors of Target, two people immediately grabbed carts, and they weren't about to be used for their intended purpose because we definitely weren't there to go shopping for groceries. My one friend is like, "Somebody hop in," so I'm like, "Bet." And then someone else also hopped in the other cart. So we start walking through the store, and these late night Target/Walmart runs, there was never really any objective. It's not like anyone needed to actually buy anything. It basically just came down to just aimlessly wandering through the store until you all either got tired and left or just got kicked out. So there we were, all moving as a solid unit. Imagine what absolute clowns we look like, just moving down the center aisle of Target like this. So I'm just chilling in the cart, relaxing, when the driver of the cart next to me goes, "Hey, we should race." And before anyone could say anything, the driver of my cart is like, "Alright, bet, let's race." Next thing I know, I'm getting like whiplash going around a corner. This dude is like drifting across floors. The cart's on like half of its wheels. So there we were, literally racing through Target, Daytona 500 type beat. But hey, those Target employees, sometimes they're on top of it. Shout out Target for making your employees actually care. And then there's Walmart, where you could probably race like actual cars inside, and the employees would just be looking around like, "Nah, nothing we haven't already seen here at Walmart, just a regular day here." But anyways, there we were, and I swear, this one lady just pulled up on us out of nowhere. Like I swear she just teleported, and she hit us with the, "This is a Target, not a playground." And she definitely wasn't wrong, but she was so angry. You'd think we had tried to rob the entire store with how mad she was, but still, rightfully so. She's just there trying to do her job, and there we were just messing it all up, and we're being all annoying. And the worst part was, as soon as she popped out from around the corner, all of them just dipped. They just left us sitting there with this lady. The carts are still like slowly rolling down the aisle, and there was no good explanation I could give her. Like nothing I could say that would make her be like, "Oh, okay, I understand. Continue racing." So I just say, so basically, I'm not even sure what's happening right now. Like, I apologize. We didn't mean to turn your Target into a go-kart track. I'm just gonna put this back and leave your store. So me and the other guy walk all the way back down the aisle. I can feel her eyes just staring into our backs as we walked away. And then I see the rest of them outside. I'm like, really? Like, you couldn't have at least pulled me along with you guys on your way out? And I was the one driving that night too. So I'm like, what I really should do is drive off right now and leave you all here at this Target, because now it's your turn to get stranded. But yeah, it's safe to say it was a while before I made another appearance at that Target again. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the animation. If you still have time, want to stick around some more, I recorded a Q&A from some questions you asked on the last video. So if you want to stick around for that, get my watch time up on this video. I'll play it now, and here it is. Alright, what's up guys? So at the end of the last video, I said that I was going to do a Q&A in this video. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible and not have it drag on, but you guys sent a lot of questions. I'll try to keep it short though, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So first question, How old are you and what part of AZ do you live in? So I'm 19, I live in the Phoenix area. I've always lived in the Phoenix area. When did you start making animations? So I started making animations when I started my channel. It was really a year before I started my channel, but at that point I was still finishing high school. I had a job. I had to wake up at like 5:30 a.m. every morning, so I had a lot going on, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to focus on it. Like I would work on it for like a day, and then literally not have time to work on it again till like 2 months later. So, it was kind of hard until I graduated, and that's when I really started like focusing and putting time and effort into it. So I would say, maybe a little over 2 years, but really like a year and a half that I've really been focusing on it. How did you come up with the design of your hoodie? So this actually kind of goes back to the previous question. So when I was first making my character, I gave myself like a gray camouflage hoodie, and I wanted to put a logo across the center, but I didn't know what to put. So I'm like, let me just scribble something random there for now, and I'll come back to it later. So I just it was the date. I ended up scribbling the date across there. So it says S917. So that was like just that particular day. And as I came back to it later, I'm like, it actually doesn't look all that bad. It looks kind of cool, and I might just end up leaving it like this. And that's basically what I did. And it's also cool because, that day was basically the first date that I started working on my channel. So it's kind of cool to look back on and see that as like the beginning, and to look back and see how far I've come since then. So I saw you were asking to like make that as merch, so I'm working on that hoodie. It'll probably be here. It'll be here soon. What do you animate with, and what setup do you have? Alright, so people ask me this question all the time. So in terms of programs, I use Adobe Premiere, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Animate, and then I use Photoshop for thumbnails, and then sometimes I'll even use After Effects for a couple things. So straight Adobe products is what I use. Those cost money though, so if you're just trying to start and not wanting to spend money, go on Google. There's free alternatives to every single one of those programs I just named. So just go on Google, type in free alternatives to Adobe Premiere, or free alternatives to whatever. There's a million free versions that work, that are perfect just for starting if you're not trying to spend a lot of money. In terms of like I use a QnA tablet I could actually just show you guys, to be honest, right here. So this is the tablet that I use. It's just a basic QnA tablet. I bought it for like $15 off the Geek app. I'm not sure what mod. Let me see if. Shoot. I'm not sure if this is helpful, but it says model focus. All right, there we go. Model 580. I don't know if that's helpful, but like I said, it cost me like $15 off the Geek app. I think it came with this pen right here too, but the pen actually ended up breaking, so I had to buy a new one. New pen cost me like $10 off of Amazon. And then just basic computer. This is just a regular Acer. Nothing crazy complicated. So this is really all you need to start if you want to start animating. Just $15 tablet, $10 pen, basic computer. I ended up getting another monitor, but you definitely don't need 2 monitors. You just need one to start. Sometimes I'll even throw it up on the TV while I'm editing. Have like a giant screen to edit on. Yeah, it's kind of excessive, but this right here, all you need to start. Do you have a girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend at the current moment, so no family channel. Who/what inspired you to do YouTube/make animations? To start YouTube in the first place, I would have to say DDG for sure. Just because, seeing him go from being in college to dropping out, making it huge on YouTube. Now he has like a professional music career, and I've seen him doing, commercials for brands, and it's just crazy to see how far he came, and it was really inspirational, and to see how hard he worked too, and the confidence that he had, it made me want to follow the same type of path. In terms of like animation and story time, people like James, Swoozy, Luna, Jaden, I saw the way that they told their stories, and I was like, I enjoy telling stories. I could do that as well, and animation was like a good medium to do that through. What was your reaction to blowing up so fast? Oh, it felt so good. Like to see all your hard work and effort like finally come together. It was like everything was finally paying off in that one moment. It was like one of the best feelings in the world, to be honest. But do you go to college? I went to college last year. I went to ASU, so shout out ASU. But I basically went there for a year and just dipped out. I mean, it was cool. Well, I mean, I'll probably end up making a video on that, but I ended up dropping out to pursue YouTube. At the point when I dropped out, I think I had maybe like 1.5k subs, maybe. And it was probably like 4 months later that I ended up actually getting big on YouTube. Do you have a job apart from YouTube, or what were your jobs in the past? Nah, right now YouTube's my only job. Before I did YouTube, I worked at a chicken fast food restaurant for 3 years. So you already know I have so many stories. I could make a whole separate channel just on stories from that place alone. But I ended up quitting there probably like, I don't know, 3 months after I dropped out of school. So what is your daily routine? So my daily routine, I wake up in the morning, or it might, to be honest, be closer to the afternoon because my sleep schedule is actually all the way messed up. I need to fix it, but yeah, I'll wake up, I'll get straight into animating for a couple of hours, and then I'll take a break, eat some food, shower, animate for a few more hours. I like to go to the gym in like the afternoon or like late afternoon or the evening. Get back from the gym, eat some dinner, and then yeah, just work the rest of the night. If I don't have anywhere else to go, I'm basically just home all night working. Then go to bed, wake up, do it all over again. Do you have any advice about college? Well, I don't know that I'm the best person to ask for college advice because, like I said, I left after a year. But the one thing I think I would say is, make sure that if you're gonna go to college, make sure whatever you choose that you love it, that you're passionate about it. Because even like the 1 year I was there, so many kids like just like it was constant complaining like, oh, this is so boring, this class is, I don't want to go to class, oh my gosh, I hate this, whatever. Like you could just tell that they weren't really that enthused about their situation, and that's what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. You don't want to be waking up for like the 1,000th day in a row going to the job that you're, oh my gosh, why do I have this job, I don't even want to be doing this. So just make sure you really are passionate about what you pick if you're going to go the college route. I know that that's such generic advice, but I mean, I think it's true. So what are your plans or goals for 2020? In terms of numbers, I want to hit 1 million subscribers for sure in 2020. Other than that, though, I think my main goal that I want to focus on is just become more efficient with my uploads. Like 4 weeks is such a long time between videos. So I just want to get that time down, and while still improving the quality of my videos. How long does it take to make a video? So if I don't post a video for 25 days or for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, that's how long it took me to make that entire video. Every day between that time I was animating, editing, whatever, recording, whatever. So they take a while. I'm trying to get my process more efficient though, so you guys don't have to wait, but they take a while for sure. Do you have any siblings? Yeah, I have one brother. He's 2 years younger than I am. If you weren't focusing on YouTube, what would you be doing in life, or what would you like to do in life, job-wise and school-wise? That's a good question because, I mean, this is what I had been working to. I think this is like one of the best jobs you could possibly have, but I would definitely probably start like a business or something. I'd take over, like on some Jeff Bezos type of thing, like just take over everything. Why did you want to do YouTube? Really, I wanted to do YouTube to entertain you guys. If I could make one person's day better by them watching my videos, that's mission accomplished in my book. I just enjoy being an entertainer, making people happy, laugh, whatever it may be. And yeah, I just love it. When you started YouTube, did you think you would get this far? Yeah, I definitely always believed in myself. I wasn't sure if it would happen this quickly though, as it did. Well, I mean, I guess it took like 1.5 years, but I definitely always believed in myself and knew that it was just a matter of time, basically. What's your advice to aspiring YouTubers? Alright, people ask me this all the time too. Here's what I would say if you want to be a YouTuber. you have to like work hard for it. It may sound harsh, but I mean, really, if you want to be a YouTuber, every hour of your spare time needs to be, dedicated to improving your videos and making the best content possible. It may sound harsh, but you need to look at it like, if you're not willing, because, you know, to attract an audience on YouTube, the audience is going to go to whoever has the best content. So your goal should be, if you do makeup, you need to be one of the best makeup tutorials or whatever. If you do, I don't know, pranks, you need to be, or game, if you're a gaming channel, you need to be one of the best gamers, whatever you do. And that's how you ultimately attract an audience. It's going to take a minute to get to that point to where you're the best, though. It's going to take hours and hours of work. And if you're not willing to put the dedication and patience, it may take a year of hours of putting in work every single day for a year straight, for 2-3 years straight, before you see any type of progress. And you have to put in that type of work, because if you're not willing to do that, there's 1,000 other people out there that are willing to do that. And ultimately, they're going to beat you out in the race in the long run if you're not willing to do that. So, I mean, just hard work and patience. If you work at it and you don't give up, I guarantee you will make it. If you last longer and keep at it longer than everyone else, just focus on improving your content, your audience will eventually find you if you don't give up. So, just stay at it, work hard. I mean, believe in yourself too, man. Believe in yourself. If you believe you can do it, you're already halfway done. So, what is your work process? All right, so I'll try to summarize like my work process for a video from start to finish. So, the day I post the video, like a new video, I usually just lay around, relax that day, and at night I'll start thinking of like new ideas for the next video. As soon as I come up with an idea, I usually spend about a day to write the whole script. After I've written the script, I'll break it up into like, maybe depending on how long it is, 4, 5, or 6 different sections. Then I'll take each section. So I'll take section 1. I'll draw all the scenes. Then I'll animate all the scenes. Then section 2, draw all the scenes, animate all the scenes. And then section 3, 4, till they're all done. And so after all the sections are done, I have all these little animated clips in Adobe Premiere. It's not edited or anything. They're just all in a line. And I'll go record the audio and then put the audio on top of the clips, match everything up together. And I'm pretty sure most animators record first thing before they animate, but when I first started making the videos, I don't know, no one told me you're supposed to record first. That's just how I learned it. I always finish drawing the scenes first, and then I match everything up in Adobe Premiere when I'm editing together. And then, after I string together the audio with the animated clips, I just make the thumbnail, get your tags, whatever, and then upload it, and then start it all over for the next video. Why don't you put noses on any of your characters? People ask me why there's no noses on my characters. I mean, really, what it comes down to is when I first started drawing, I did put noses, and they look like garbage. So I'm like, look, I'm gonna just focus on the eyes and the mouth for now. I'll get the noses right later. And I basically just I never came back to the noses. I just drew all my faces, just left the noses out, and just ended up never putting noses on anyone. I probably never will put noses on anybody. How tall are you? I want to say I'm 6 foot, but I'm more like 5'11". Do you live by yourself? No, I live with 3 friends right now. Someone also asked if we could do a house tour, and I could do a house tour. It definitely wouldn't be very interesting. Like this house is garbage. Okay, like the pipes over flooded for like the 8th time the other day. The washing machine breaks like every other day. It's actually garbage. But if you guys actually want like an actual house tour, I don't know. I might make like a second channel for types of things like that, and I might also put, I don't know, tutorials or whatever on that channel. So let me know if that's something you guys would actually be interested in, and I might be able to do that. Alright, so that was the last question. Unfortunately, my camera died like right as I was about to record the outro. So now you just have my voice. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.